for Tears of the Kingdom is just absolutely unjustified and absurd. So, now to complain about Tears of the Kingdom taking 6 years to create. Oh yes, this is what we're upset about. Hey, at least, at least Tears of the Kingdom was a commercially successful game, unlike Concord, which I think took like a decade to develop, okay? So, I think it's 8 years. And Concord still turned out to be a pile of garbage, okay? We're making this video comparing Tears of the Kingdom to Concord, okay? Concord didn't even survive a whole month, okay? Which was honestly pretty pathetic for a massive AAA game that was supposed to be a, Overwatch clone. But, yeah. Tears of the Kingdom took too long to create, okay? But again, Tears of the Kingdom at least was a good game, and did follow Nintendo's messaging that, a delayed game is good, a rushed game is forever bad. Of course, that statement is somewhat false out, because of course games can be patched out. But Nintendo said that before game patches. But the game's reputation is still scarred by that, because sometimes games come out rushed. Of course, there are sometimes games that have recovered from a bad launch. For example, No Man's Sky and Star Wars Battlefront 2, okay? Well, those games have still regained a significant fandom despite the rough launches. Or Halo MCC, which still has a decent active player base to today, despite its very rough launch, okay? But outside of those games, a rush game is sometimes forever bad. Suicide Squad Killer Justice League and Star Wars Outlaws are two very, very recent examples. Or the last Battlefield game, okay, which has less players than the very controversial Battlefield 5. But I think that's why I find funny. Simply because the game came out broken at once, okay? Of course, a game like Star Wars Battlefront 2 is like the exception, but I think we're talking about games like that are like broken and glitchy. Once again, games like Star Wars Outlaws and games like Battlefield, I don't know what game it was called. Like that, there was like a Battlefield game in 2023 or 2022, and it was like absolutely like broken at once. As well, I want to forget all the developers who do not have the resources to create games. So Nintendo's philosophy still stands: a rush game is forever bad, and a game that is delayed, it will eventually be good. And of course, Nintendo wanted to make sure that Tears of the Kingdom was a complete and functional state. I really don't get these Tears of the Kingdom haters one bit. Nintendo just wanted to release a game at a complete state, and especially in this current gaming industry as well. So that's what this video here. Goodbye.